Nair. JNaut. Oh, this could be. This
Dude,
might be. No, neutral air. Rack of extra percent, though. Maybe it's not. That should do it. And JNaut able to keep it together in a Game 5 winner set and takes home the Game Underground Melee Invitational. I believe that is his first regional scale win, if I'm not mistaken. All right, bring him in here. The man of the hour. I am joined now by today's winner at the Game Underground in Melee Invitational. JNaut, how are you feeling? First off, congratulations.
Thank you. I feel fantastic.
I imagine you do. So, correct me if I'm wrong here. Is that your first regional win here in New England?
Yes. Yeah. See, I've won a few of the SSSs up in New Hampshire, kind of smaller stuff, but I think this was my first bigger event.
Big yeah. Because I know you've played in Arcadians. I remember watching one back a couple years ago. It was you and Hysteric, wasn't it? I remember we had a conversation about that at Genesis.
I had the second place going for a while.
Let's say you're in second place Andy for a while. But today is not that day. You are man of the hour. So I think first thing I want to ask you is you and Kalvar have played a lot, I imagine, right?
We have played so many.
I remember the Big Tough Guy crew.
Yep.
Shouts to BTG. I remember those days. So going into that set, what was your set history? Going into what were you expecting? He was on a losers run too. Being sent to losers by Pisces. And how are you feeling going into that?
He's tough because he's really a player that builds a lot of momentum coming through a losers bracket. So it's kind of tough to come out. You're a little bit cold. You've been waiting for a bit. Someone that's red hot. I mean, that set with Pisces, he was pretty dominant. Set with Bonfire, really dominant. To kind of lean on the experience a little bit. We've played each other so much, especially recently. I think we played 4 hours of friendlies on Monday to kind of warm up for this.
So during the 2.5 month period that we were gone, how much Melee were you able to play, whether it was IRL or online, and what were you able to do in that time?
I just played a little bit of unranked. Honestly, I didn't do any super serious practice. I don't love the net play tournaments, so I haven't been grinding those as much. But what I do more is watch the game. You kind of go back and see some of your old sets, or you play some unranked, and then watch the VODs after.
Yep.
It's nice when you take a little bit of a break from competition because you kind of come at it with a clean slate. A lot of those, the bad habits that you might have, things that you kind of get in a rut and you're autopiloting, doing the same things over and over again. You can break that when you kind of take a step back from the game for a bit. And then you make more bad habits, and then you kind of...
And you watch that back. It's all right, I did this, and this in this set.
You continue
How
the
am I
cycle.
going to address that in this set when I play X person, for example?
Yeah.
It's you kind of sit down, it's all right, this happened. Back to the Hysteric story, I remember you told me it's you lost that Arcadian set. You talked to JoyBoy, I think, after that. He was all right, here's what you got to do next time. You just study. Of course, I don't think Slippy wasn't a thing. Or as
Not
big
quite.
Of a thing. Yeah, it wasn't as big of a thing back then, but you look at that stuff, you go, all right, what did it change for next time? And you learn from that. You've probably learned a lot since then. It's been a long time since that happened. I don't know why we're still talking about it. It's more about today. And I guess the next thing, it's played. How many Mars did you play today?
I think it was just Pisces and Kalvar. I had a really heavy Fox bracket, Fox and Sheiks.
Yeah, well, I guess the big thing is between the winners final set and playing Kalvar, between Pisces and Kalvar, what are some of the big differences you kind of had to prepare for?
They're stylistically very different Marths. I think Pisces is a little bit, I don't know the best word, probably a little more deliberate in a lot of the stuff that he does. Kalvar's a lot more creative. You notice there's a lot of those tip or down smashes. So you kind of just got to realize who you're playing against, what they're going to be looking for. So you kind of had to reset. I go in, I haven't played Pisces in years. I think it was at a lane shift pool at a Shine.
That's way back 2019, 18 at the earliest probably.
Yeah, so that's a set where I go in, I know I'm playing a Marth and I'm going to kind of pick it up on the fly. Whereas Kalvar, you kind of nice clean division there. I know what I'm getting myself into. I know who I'm playing against. A little bit easier to game plan for that one than it was for Pisces.
Because Kalvar's a very more tech chasing Marth, as we've seen throughout the years. So, you're on the receiving end of oh shit, I'm getting tech chased now, and I'm supposed to be doing it to him, getting regrabs, doing double jab tilt into forward airs we saw during that set too by the ledge and stuff like that. If you're unable to adapt, and especially with the momentum that Kalvar had going into the set, it can get pretty ugly quick.
Yeah, and every time I play him, it looks a little bit different. He's someone that thinks about the game a lot. It looks different every time you play him.
Absolutely.
He always has new ideas. He's always trying new stuff. It's really hard to play against. He's a top 100 player for a reason.
Too. But hey, you might be able to find yourself there someday before you know it, if you haven't out already. I know the VGR came out already for the year of the top 30 or 50 in the U.S. It was the CB tier and all that stuff. Very different than what we usually expect. But now we're back to in-person events in some way. What are you thinking, weekly-wise, or what do you want to go for bigger events coming up? We've got GamerCon next month.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to make it to GamerCon. For me, just work schedule stuff. I really can only make the weekend stuff. I went to the Fair Play series up in Maine. back when in-person events were still happening. I'd love to go to weeklies. It's just kind of hard.
Yeah,
Coming down here, it's
yeah,
because
you gotta go to Boston. Are you in New Hampshire or Rhode Island?
I'm in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. I figured because
Yeah.
I know you were in Rhode Island for a time. I remember because I think you were playing baseball. Is that correct?
Yeah. I went to URI.
Yeah, 'cause I figured. Are you still playing sports?
No.
Okay.
But I'm moving again this summer. I'm starting med school down in New York City.
Oh,
So I'm
big.
hoping to use this for like my get all trained up and then take on the nightclub and
Let's
tournaments
say,
like
speaking
that.
of nightclub, we got Slocks in chat. He'll be waiting for you there probably. So you hear that, Tony? I know you were asking earlier in chat about if people are going to be turning up to nightclubs. So, yeah, thank you, Slocks, for the clarification. It was 3-2 first set grands. JNaut taking it home without dropping a set. That must feel great, too.
It does.
Let's say, after all the work. And I was wondering, too, I guess, like, last thing, were you ever at one point today thinking about counterpicking Fox against Kalvar, or no?
No, never
That's
against
it.
Count. Never
Yeah.
with the Marth. I
Yeah.
played Fox in two. I played Fox against Meep and Fox against Bonfire.
Yeah,
'cause
because I know,
hate the
like,
Sheik Ditto.
yeah, Sheik Dittos, I mean, like, if you're, I'm sure you've been chain grabbing a Sheik Ditto. It's not fun.
not fun.
And then like, you have to do the gentleman beforehand. It's like, all right, don't do the BG King at Shine 2017. And just like, all right, I'm going to chain grab mid-set. It's like, what? No, we
But
didn't
it's like,
agree
why
to that.
play? It's a 50-50 matchup. But instead, I could play Fox Sheik. I could play a winning matchup. And have more fun.
Exactly, and it goes in your favor,
It's
you know?
great.
Where can people follow you, or at least like check out what you follow, like what you do for like tournament stuff, results, and all that stuff?
Just JNaut SSBM on Twitter.
All we need to know about it. All right, so yeah, we'll see about that. I think that's just about it from us. So JNaut, congratulations again.
Thank you so
Big
much.
win for you today.
Thank you.
Big win for the fans out there. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up here. Thank you all again. Love the support. Shouts to G-Town Tom for organizing the event. Shouts to Jamie, GU store owner. Shouts to shoutouts, most importantly. And we'll catch you all next month for CT GamerCon over in Connecticut. Details are on New England Melee Facebook page. So, until then, take care, everybody. Thank you.